What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and today I will be showing you guys my Brave Despia combos and also deck profile, of course, as always. And I can't really say if I think this deck is better, well, this build is better than the pure build or the other way around. There are really good arguments for both, so you can actually refer to my discussion video where I actually compared both builds, but even then I wasn't able to get to like a conclusion because again it really depends on the situation. But before we get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch and Instagram, all the beautiful fun stuff, and let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes because as soon as I hit that 1,000 likes I will be making a live stream on this deck. And now let's jump right into the combo number 1 out of 3. So this is insanely simple, but Rite of Aramesia is obviously Verte Anaconda, so you can summon your Mirror Jade. And that's really important because it gets your branded engine, well, rather Despia engine started. And yeah, by the way, you don't need like another discard. You just like, you can make Link Spider and then search your equip spell that way, and that's going to be your discard. So yes, you're going to be able to play just with one single, Verte Anaconda, which is very nice. Alternatively, obviously, you could make the Phoenix Enforcer because you're also probably playing that in the deck. But Mirror Jade is nice because it's a really disgusting interruptions. It banishes a monster on the field without targeting. And because of the Albion, you're going to get the Branded Fusion for next turn, and then you're going to be able to pretty much full combo. And I want to say that's going to be an OTK follow because you have a 3,000 attack monster on the field and you have Branded Fusion, which is like a lot of damage just on its own, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this combo. Very, very simple, obviously, so it's barely a combo, just something that you have to know. And now let's get right into combo number 2. Alright, so combo number 2 is also something extremely simple, but basically Branded Opening with Aquamancer and Fairy Tale Snow is actually very nice. Probably one of the best hands, if not the best hand that you could draw on this deck. So you're going to be summoning the Aluber very specifically on draw phase, makes you dodge, Jewel and Logbird, and Effect Veiler. So if your opponent is on Effect Veiler, it's not going to be that good. And then of course you discarded the Aquamancer, which is the best card to discard, quite literally, as well as Fairy Tale Snow. Despia Tragedy, ironically, is like less good to discard because it means that you won't have its effect when you send it off of Branded Fusion. So if you're searching Aluber with your Tragedy, means that getting the Ad Libitum might be a little hard. But anyways, now you're going to be, of course, getting the the Griffin Rider, pitching the Fairy Tale Snow. Now you have your Negate, so Branded Fusion is basically guaranteed to resolve. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, always trying to play around Mech Knights, even though completely irrelevant. I mean, who plays Mech Knights in 2022? Hey, some freaking legends do. But yeah, no, now you're going to be, of course, doing the play where you banish your own Aluber, which means that the Albion is now in the grave, so you get to set the Branded in red during the end phase. Obviously, if your opponent has monsters, then you're banishing your opponent's monsters, but this is like the worst case scenario. And during your opponent's turn, you're going to be recycling back the Despia Tragedy with the Branded in red. You already had the Ad Libitum that you searched with the Tragedy, so you're going to be fusing for Guardian Chimera using 2 monsters from your hand and 1 from the field, and that's going to make a Guardian Chimera that draws 2 and destroys 1 your opponent controls. Now, you have to specifically destroy cards if you want to draw cards, so if your opponent has nothing on the field, you don't draw cards. You can't legally activate this card, so I'm really just showcasing that at the moment. And of course, you'll be going Chilling 2, Chilling 3, whatever, revive back the Mirror Jade, and then search your deck for a Aluber. And just like that, you're able to get so much value, and you still have Fairy Tale Snow in the grave, which is absurd. So very, very nice combo, a lot of interruptions. That's it for this one. Let's get right into the next one. Alright, so this hand is the kind of hand that you might actually see quite often because it's relatively reasonable. We didn't even have Aquamancer or anything, but this is, I guess I want to say, probably accessible to everyone, whether it's like pure or whatever. Yeah, you're going to be making Albion, and then this time pitch the Edgem Chain, search your Ad Libitum, and also search the Fright for Patchwork, which searches another chain and polymerization. Now, in the Brave build, I would go for 3 chains because you can discard it easily with the Fateful Adventure. However, in the pure build, I would only go with 2 Edgem Chain, but I would always try to play 3 Fright for Patchwork because that is single-handedly the one card, quote-unquote, semi-starter. Now you can fuse for the Masquerade, very nice card. If you can make 2 Masquerades, most decks can't play. It is now you're making Phoenix Enforcer, you're passing turn by banishing your Aluber. Can be on main phase or end phase, doesn't really matter because it's not like getting Veilered on the Mirror Jade to actually hurt you. If anything, it's a good thing. So, yeah, anyways, Guardian Chimera shenanigan on your opponent's turn, revive back the with the Ad Libitum, etc, blah blah blah, nothing too unusual here. 4 freaking fusion monsters on your opponent's turn, that's ridiculous, oh my god. Guardian Chimera that again draws 1 or draws 2 and then pops 1 or pops 2. With the Masquerade, you can actually make a second Masquerade instead of the Guardian Chimera. Really depends on what deck you're playing against. I know against Prank Kids, it's actually pretty good because they need so many effects if they want to do anything. And of course, Phoenix Enforcer, very nice card with the follow-up of drawing 2 cards. And Mirror Jade is a banish and a resource card because you're going to have a branded spell or trap that you're going to either set to your field or at your hand. So yeah, basically every card here gets you resources on top of interrupting or preventing your opponent from doing too much. And of course, you have a lot of cards in your hand and you're drawing cards with the Guardian Chimera, so you might draw into hand traps. So that's it for these combos, rather. Let's get right into the deck profile now. Alright, just before we get into this deck profile, friendly reminder again to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 likes. I know we can do it. I believe in you guys. And let's proceed. So I'm playing a pretty high count for just the amount of cards in my deck, which means that there could be some cards that you might want to drop. So if you want to play with 0 hand traps, this deck will go to a 41 card deck. And if you don't want to play the Frightful Patchwork Engine, you could also do that. So you would be playing, I think, 39 cards if you cut all these, 6, 8 cards. So yeah, 39, which means that you're going to have to find a replacement. And I'm still only playing 6 hand traps, so it's not even like that much. And again, I'm not even playing Forbidden Droplet because trying to fit so many engines in one deck is ridiculously difficult. So yeah, I'm really trying to do my best to show a deck that incorporates as many good engines as possible, but very, very difficult. Anyways, I'm playing 1 Ad Libitum with the Griffin Rider and the 3 Aquamancer. And then the 2 Destiny Hero bricks, so Dasher Celestial. Fairy Tale Snow, very nice card. You don't need to play Effect Veiler when you're light monster that you can fuse, that you can send to the graveyard to summon Albion with, is such a good card like Fairy Tale Snow that you want to send to the grave anyways. Veiler is like the worst case scenario. Anyways, 2 Aluber, 2 Fallen of Albaz, so you have a little more flexibility in which kind of plays you can do. You're not forced to always go Masquerade, Shuffle back, Fallen of Albaz. You can go Albion and then Lubellion after that. Sorry, I said Masquerade? Yeah, Lubellion. Anyways, 3 Edgem Chain, obviously with a 3 Patchwork and 2 Poly. 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 2 Tragedies, 3 Rite of Armesia with Foolish Burial, so 7 starters for the Brave Token engine. I don't really recommend playing cards like Small World, doesn't make too much sense. And then 3 Branded Fusion, obviously that's a no-brainer. 2 Fusion Destiny, of course. You could also cut the Destiny Hero package because it conflicts a little with Anaconda. But apart from, well, Anaconda, given the fact that you drew Fusion Destiny, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. Basically, if you have, like, let's say, Rite of Armesia with Fusion Destiny, you can go on, like, you know, the Griffin Rider package route and then, you know, just have, like, a negate for your opponent's turn and the Phoenix Enforcer. But if you go for the Verte Anaconda, it's not going to be great because if you use Verte Anaconda for Branded Fusion, your Fusion Destiny is dead. And the other way around is also a thing. So if you go Fusion Destiny, your Verte Anaconda will be unusable. So yeah. Anyways, 3 Pot of Prosperity. A lot of people are not playing this card for some reason. Why? It's so good. You only have to banish like 3 cards. But if you banish 6 cards, you might actually have to say bye-bye to like your second Chimera, second Mirror Jade, second Lubellion, second Masquerade, 3rd and maybe 2nd Albion, and probably, honestly, I want to say most of these Link monsters you can actually just, you know, give up on them, so they're not like that important, but try to make sure you always have like, preferably like 2 Lubellions, so yeah, that's actually the kind of card that you can't really afford to, you know, cut. And Mirror Jade is also extremely important with your Phoenix Enforcer if you're playing Fusion Destiny. So yeah, a little tip for Pot of Prosperity. And then 3 branded opening, obviously 2 branded in red, Fateful Adventure, Journey of Destiny, the Equip Spell, and that's about it for this main deck. So again, 47 card deck. Let's get right into the extra deck. 2 Guardian Chimera, 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Lubellion, Phoenix Enforcer, Double Masquerade. I'm not playing Super Poly, so that's the reason why I'm not playing Dragostapelia, Starving Venom, and stuff like that. 3 Albion, Verte, Anaconda, and Anima, in case I draw Branded in red with Despin Tragedy, so not the best hand that you can actually draw. And for the idea section, so if you want to summon Dragoon, which is something that you can do using these 2 cards, you could. It's just that they kind of add like 1 bad card that you play in the deck. So Dark Magician if you want to go for Lubellion, or Light Axial Dragon if you go for Albion. And if you're going for Lubellion, you also have to discard a card. So I don't know how important it is, but you will be summoning a Dragoon that can destroy 1 monster because it was used using at least 1 vanilla monster. So that's actually not too bad. And in case you were wondering what's the Dragon Effect monster material, it's Fallen of Albaz. Anyways, Dramaturge, I know some people have actually started playing that again for some reason, but I don't know, I've never really been a big fan of the card. 3rd Aluber, I don't recommend because of the conflicting with Rite of Armesia. Despin Comedy, Effect Veiler, Trifu Verdum, shoutouts to Trif, Starving Venom, Dragostapelia, Dragon of the Swamp, Forbidden Droplet, Super Poly, Branded Red, a third one, and Branded Exile. This card's going to be insane, probably main deck worthy in a mirror match heavy format. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon for potentially the live stream if I can get 1,000 likes. Peace, guys.